State of the Union with Candy Crowley, CNN Sunday Morning, 9 Eastern.
All the political talk wrangling over the president's health care proposal could be entering the final phase. Just days ago, the White House said it wants a vote by March 18th. Now, take a look at how that rolled out.
No matter which approach you favor, I believe the United States Congress owes the American people a final vote on health care reform.
Americans do want reform, but they don't want this.
We are on the brink of making very important history relevant to the lives of the American people.
This debate is far from over.
Well, the Democratic Health Policy Advisor Ken Thorpe, he joins us right now from Washington. Ken, you worked with the Clinton administration on health care reform before. And Ken, as we listen to the statements that were made by Speaker Pelosi, as well as the House Minority Leader John Boehner, what is new right now as they try to move towards that deadline that the president would like to have a vote on before he takes off for Australia and Indonesia?
Well, I think what's new is that, we have to remember that both the House and Senate have already passed very comprehensive health care reform packages. The House and Senate are just in a position right now of trying to reconcile some big differences between those two approaches. So I don't know that there's anything that's really new other than they've got to find a path forward to reconcile some big issues around abortion, around how we pay for this, and the overall price tag. But again, I think to the president's point, I think we are very close. I think we're very close to a final vote on this. And for many Americans who have been watching this and wondering, are they going to get health care that can't be taken away and is going to be affordable, I think that very soon we're going to have an answer to that question.
So abortion, and there's a key group of 12 lawmakers that want some language changed. Put that in the background of a Senate bill that has been passed. How are they going to work this in?
Well, that's what's going on behind the scenes here. Both the Senate and House have language that would not allow federal funding for abortion in the health insurance exchanges, the new packages coming forward. The House members, led by Congressman Stupak from Michigan, has a specific set of language that they like better. Basically, it would exclude abortion services from those insurance packages. So
yeah, a very big concern there, and the question might be, as we look at what the current debate is on, are they trying to pass the wrong bill, if you will? It's changed a lot since the start.
No, I think that the basics are still there. The insurance reforms, which are so critical for millions of people who are denied coverage because they've got a pre-existing condition, who get tossed off their insurance package because they're sick, and for small businesses and individuals, that rate stability in the premiums is critical. We haven't focused enough on that, I don't think. We've seen out west 30–40% increases in health insurance premiums. We're not going to see that type of insurance premium increases under this bill. We're going to have a lot more stability in the year-to-year increases in rates, and that's got to be tremendously good news for individuals and small businesses.
Well, Ken, I got to challenge you on that. Top Republican leaders here are saying that the $1 trillion reform bill will not reduce costs.
Well, again, we have this impartial judge here in town called the Congressional Budget Office, and what they've said is that about 18 million people who buy policies in the individual markets will pay less under this bill than they would if we don't pass it.
Let's talk about the approach. This is a statement made by then-candidate Senator Barack Obama and his comments on health care reform. Let's take a listen to that real fast.
This is an area where we're going to have a 60% majority in the Senate and the House in order to actually get a bill to my desk. We're going to have a majority to get a bill to my desk. That is not just a 50+1 majority.
Not just a 50+1 majority. You were intimating the process of reconciliation earlier. Has the tune been changed here?
No, I don't think so. Again, remember, the Senate has already passed a very comprehensive health care reform bill with 60 votes. And the House has already passed their version of it with a majority, which is how that works under House rules. Right now, they're in the position of just reconciling some differences between the two approaches. So I think to his point, the comprehensive reform has already passed in both houses with a supermajority in the Senate and with a majority vote in the House.
Ken Thorpe, thank you so much. Robert W. Woodruff, a professor, chair of Rollins School of Public Health at Emory University. You're up in D.C. right now doing some more work, of course, on health care reform. Appreciate your time on this Saturday.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me.
You bet.